Well, hey there. Chase here with Greenstone. Hope you're having an amazing day. I get it. 2020 has been a tough year for us all. From the pandemic, elections, all sorts of stuff. I'm not even going to get into all that. But I want to make sure that you are teed up for success for 2021. Today, we're going to be talking about developing a strategic plan that's going to work for you. Whether you're looking at starting your own business or growing your current business, I want to make sure that you have a strategic plan that works for you. We're going to make sure that 2021 is the year for you. The Chief Operating Officer, Greenstone. Today, we're going to be talking about developing a strategic marketing plan. Alright gang, so I'm going to share with you a quick story of how I learned to create a strategy and plan that was successful. It started when I was playing golf at a small school in Florida called Warner University. Go Royals. Anyways, I had a very helpful guide and mentor. That's who taught me to create the first strategy and plan that worked for me. So when I was playing golf at Warner, I also worked at a local golf course there called Mountain Lake. And the head golf pro there named Jonathan Powell was keeping tabs on my scores. And a couple of my other buddies on the golf team worked out there as well. And so he saw my scores coming in and he said, "Chase, I think you're a better golfer than this." And I was like, "Jonathan, me too." I was shooting some awful scores. And so he wanted to know, "Chase, how are you prepping for each tournament? Do you have a strategy and a plan?" And I was like, "Yeah, Jonathan, I have a strategy and plan. It's pretty simple. I show up at the tournament the day before, hit a few practice balls, play a practice round, and then the day of the tournament, I get there a little bit early, warm up, hit some range balls, and then I just go play." And he said, "Chase, that is a horrible strategy and plan. That's why you're shooting those scores." Alright, so when Jonathan asked me what I was doing and he said, "That is a horrible plan," I said, "Jonathan, well, what is a good plan? And what is a good strategy for shooting better scores?" And so he said, "Chase, have you noticed when the guys play in the PGA Tour tournaments?" And for those of you that actually know something about golf, you know that golf, the lower your score, the better your score is. And so anyways, I was shooting high scores, bad scores. But going back, he said, "Chase, you've noticed on the PGA Tour tournaments, when the guys are playing, they have their caddies, that's their helpful guide." He said, what are they doing when they're playing?" And I kind of thought about it for a little bit and I said, "Well, Jonathan, I noticed they always pull out these little books and they're looking at it." And he's like, "Yeah." He said, "That's not a diary. They're not doing a little Dear Diary moment on every hole." He said, "For every single hole on that golf course, there's 18 holes on a golf course, on every single hole for every single shot, they have it detailed, mapped out where they're going to hit their tee shot, what their yardage is going to be coming in, where their areas to miss are." And I was like, "Goodness," I was like, "I've never done that." And he goes, "I can tell you haven't done that. Your scores reflect it." He said, "The other thing that you need to do is come up with some goals. What do you want your scoring goals to be?" And I kind of was like, "Well, I'm not," I was like, "I'd love to shoot par or better." He said, "Great, that's a great goal." He's like, "I think you can do it." So anyways, for the next tournament, and this was actually a little later on, I was working on my PGM qualifier skills tournament. And the way that works is, in order for you to be a qualified teaching pro, you have to pass a skills tournament. So it's a 2-day tournament and you have to shoot a certain score or better, otherwise you do not get your player certification. So Jonathan, knowing me, he sent the captain of the golf team to go with me to that tournament to help me create a detailed strategy and plan for every hole. Alright, so my buddy Matt Alwyn, again, he was the captain of the golf team at the time, and we worked together at Mountain Lake, went with me for that tournament to make sure that I created a detailed strategy and plan. And Jonathan even gave me one of those books, like the pros carry. And so we mapped out that whole entire course. every single tee shot, every single layup shot, if I was gonna miss, where they were gonna be, places on the greens to hit into. I mean, fully detailed. I'd never done anything like this in my life. And I was thinking like, man, this is a waste of time. Why can't I just go play? Well, the next day of the tournament, the next day was tournament day. And so I had my detailed strategy and plan, and for the first round, I followed that strategy and plan we'd created to a T. Well, I shot my lowest tournament round I've ever shot. I shot a 2 under par 70, beat my goal that Jonathan had given me of even par by 2 shots. So, did it work? You tell me. So after I just shot my best round, I still had 18 more holes to go, 1 more round. So, we were playing the same golf course. I figured I don't need this strategy and plan anymore. I just played these same 18 holes. So I took my strategy and plan, and I threw it back in the golf bag, and I went back to playing. Well, what happened next? I shot my highest tournament round I've ever shot. Shot a 92. It was really embarrassing, didn't pass my PGM qualifier, and so I went from being tied for the lead out of a field of 150 players to almost finishing towards the end of the pack, and I didn't pass. I want to make sure you don't make this mistake, so we're going to make sure that you create a strategy and plan that works for you, and I want to encourage you to stick to the plan. So after that tournament, I learned several valuable lessons. One of them is make sure you set a goal for your strategy and plan. 2, if you're having a hard time creating your strategy and plan or your goal, find a helpful guide. Jonathan was super helpful for me. The other thing I learned is make sure you have an accountability partner. Jonathan was very wise in sending Matt Owen, the captain of the golf team, to make sure I created a strategy and plan. The other thing is make sure you stick with your strategy and plan that you create. I'm going to be sharing a couple resources with you here in just a minute to help you create that detailed and strategy plan that you need to make sure that if you're starting a business in 2021 or you're looking to grow your business, it will work for you. Alright, so I promised you those 2 helpful resources for creating that detailed strategy and plan that you need to either start your business or grow your business going into 2021. You've got a couple months left before 2021 starts. Here's the first resource. If you're looking to start a business, I really recommend the Evo Planner. The Evo Planner is going to work great for helping you get the action items and strategy that you need in place to launch your business in 2021. It's a 90-day planner. What's really unique about the Evo Planner is it's based on your brain type. They have different planners that will work just for you based on your brain type. So I'll give you just a quick example. If you're a person that is very detailed and you enjoy creating a lot of tasks and strategies for every little single part of your goal, there's an architect planner. If you're like me and you like to have a lot of fun while you're trying to do great things, there's the explorer planner. You don't need all the details, you just need to make sure you do the right big thing to hit your goal. The second resource, if you already have an established business and you're looking to grow and scale it in 2021, then I recommend traction and following the EOS framework. The EOS framework, it's the Entrepreneurial Operating System, is going to help you create a 1-page business plan, see it above, and in this 1-page business plan, it's going to help you create the exact strategy and plan and measurables that you need for growing and scaling your business. Today in this vlog episode, the whole purpose of it was to make sure that you were teed up for success with a strategy and a plan, whether you're looking at starting your business in 2021 or growing your business in 2021. I want to make sure that you are teed up for success in 2021. Here's to your success. Come on in.